No problem. I was just telling Austin wants to train. This is why exercise is like medicine, because depending on what you want to have happen and what your current condition is, you've got to choose the right type of exercises. And a guy like this whose life is invested in, of course you're in high school and stuff, you spend a lot of time playing your instrument. He doesn't want to take a medicine that's going to ruin his ability to continue playing his instrument. Huh?
Like that.
Right, yeah, right, because we just spent a lot of time doing chin-ups and tire flips. They're all muscles that are gonna imbalance. He's already imbalanced because of doing this. Don't get me wrong, but I know you're somewhere like this. Right. He's already imbalanced, right? Meaning that his shoulders and his bicep are really tight in the flexion position. So if he goes to the gym, let's say he gets a personal trainer because he wants to get in shape, and his personal trainer has him doing incline bench presses and curls, he's further facilitating the imbalance that's been created by his particular sport. And I'm going to call it a sport because you're using your body to create something. So Austin says he wants to exercise. He went to the gym a couple of times, but he also experienced some sort of tendinitis, right? You're getting it throughout here in your hands, bicep. And if he's doing exercises that literally create that particular type of pain, then he's going to end up hurting himself and saying lifting weights is a bad idea, it's stupid. Well, that's because he took the wrong medicine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get him to do what he needs to be doing for his activity, the right type of medicine for what he needs. So we already assessed the fact that he's got tight pec minor, he's got tight biceps. They need to be stretched. Also, both of those muscles contribute to medial rotation of the upper arm, which is coupled with thoracic kyphosis. So really, our buddy needs to go from here, I'm exaggerating, but right. You're definitely imbalanced in this particular way, to here. And this is why I like extension movements, extension stretches, especially coupled with breathing, like the bow. Have you ever seen videos where I've taught the bow, how to do the bow? And which is a lot easier and more direct to the point, but also you lose some benefit, but that's not the point of this video, laying over the Bioenergetics tool. So we're just gonna get our buddy into a really easy stretch to open up his thoracic, right? Because if we just focus, again, here's the thing, the body's a unit. If we just focus on this and this, right down here, right? We just focus on his arms here. That's good. That's gonna benefit him greatly because it will reduce any type of pain that, especially even in here. He needs to stretch all this. If we stretch this, that's okay. But we need to also couple it with stretching the thoracic, stretching his spine, so that the core from which all movement emanates supports what we want to have happen there. Does all that make sense? Yeah. Or am I just talking in circles? So what we're going to do is I'll let you do a really gentle stretch first. Let's move this way. Move out the way. I'm going to show it to you first. Just get down on here. Get this right below your shoulder blades. I want you to just reach your hands behind you and lay here. If you can, spread your fingers. Let your hands be very heavy. Reach over your head and just stay here. When you're here now, right, what I want you to do, this is going to sound strange, but I want you to open your mouth real wide and just breathe. That might be enough of a stretch to get you going, but let's start with that. Good, keep your hips down, widen your feet a little bit, open your mouth, just let your jaw relax and breathe. Good. Good. Open your fingers as wide as you can. Good. Stay there. Wide fingers. Wide fingers. Good. Straighten this elbow a little bit more too. Good. You're going to probably feel a stretch through here. Probably feel it through this portion of your spine. You should feel it up here too. Wow, that's really tight. You feel this right here? Biceps, arms. I'm going to make it just a little bit more so you can control the depth of the stretch. Stay there. I'm going to bring this so that you can wrap your fingers under it if you'd like. Try your best, and that's going to help you support you with stretching just a little bit more. Feel the difference there?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, open your mouth, relax your jaw. And only stay there as long as you want to. I just wanted you to feel that. So you guys who are watching, and just stay there, try to relax, keep your mouth open, relax. You guys can see what's happening here. we're mobilizing the thoracic portion of the spine. Also, if you had a chance to feel what's happening here, a lot of tension in his upper abdominals. That's probably associated with the way he holds himself when he's on the cello. When he was laying over there, you could see that the tightness in his biceps causes him to flex them. The fingers naturally want to curl. Your neck probably feels like hell right now too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of tension there. So coupled with corrective stretching, which is always still good to do. The one I would recommend is hand against the wall. Have you done this before?
Yes. Because I had to do PT for a while. So.
Yeah. Every day, every single day, multiple times a day, you should do that. If you want to be the best cellist, right? That's how you say it.
Yeah.
Best cellist around without damaging your body. You want to stretch that, stretch both of those, but that also an organic, or it's more of an organic stretch, more like yoga is organic, meaning that it brings together, it's holistic, it brings together not just the individual muscles that you need to stretch, but also the spine, the core. The bow, we'll do it, actually both of you, I'll let you both do it, but you start here by opening up your hips, but ultimately for you, what we want to have happen is for you to get really comfortable in this position. And this position. Do that. Why don't we try this one? Good. Good. Bend your knees slightly. Open up your mouth. Spread your elbows. Good. Danny, you want to come around this way? Come around this way. This is really important. Good. Just to see how much tension there is there, open up your mouth and watch how much he vibrates. Good. You see how his body shakes there? That's the resistance between the full extension that it would be necessary. Open your mouth. Just do it. Keep doing it. It's so uncomfortable, but keep doing it. Yeah, that's weird, right? Giggle if you want to also. It'll help. Open your mouth and breathe. Yes. Okay, relax for a moment. Good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's opening you up energetically also. You might feel different right now.
Yeah.
You do.
Feel a little bit more.
More like, you're like a cool dude. You feel like a cooler dude, don't you?
Yeah.
Try this one. It's much more aggressive, but be gentle. You should definitely do these every day, dude. Try that. Think about reaching your hands out with wide fingers and leaning back. Wide mouth. Wide mouth. Instantly begins vibrating. Look at that. Good. Wide mouth. Yeah. Stay there for a while. I'll tell you when to stop though. Wider mouth. Wider mouth. Awkwardly wide. Like stretch your jaw. Good. See all that vibration? That's the life in him. Wanting to explode out of his muscular system. Good. There's a ton of tension right here. You can relax now. A lot of locked up tension right there. I mean, it almost looks like a hole when he goes back. I don't know if you can see that. You go back and it almost collapses here. So I would do a lot of work opening here on that and this. Good. Try to work up to, if you can, try to work up to like 2 minutes with this one and then 2 minutes with that one. I mean, if you get 2 minutes a day, begin by trying to get 2 minutes with this and then stop. And then slowly work up to 2 minutes of that. You'll be a different man. Good. Reach your hands overhead, try that one. His body isn't nearly as, and I'm going to use this term lightly, deformed as yours because of, he's a sprinter. He does more. Here, a lot of what you do is here. So his body hasn't taken that shape, the same shape as yours. Good. Wide mouth. I want you to do this. Bring your head forward. Good. Wide mouth. Look forward though. Look forward. Look forward. Yeah. He's got some vibration going on there too. Good. Some tension in the shoulders. Cool. Relax.
Yeah, it's like I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I was inspired by like the military and being just part of that. But it's kind of like do this, do that kind of thing. But I almost kind of like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, totally.
But you have to do more of the basically what we're doing today.
So your aspiration is to be in the military?
That or music, but I know I'm going to regret it if I don't.
If you don't go into the military.
Right.
You know, I think there's so much value to it, and it's not. When I say this, I have no political agenda with regard to it, or I'm not trying to feed into any grand ideology except for becoming the strongest version of yourself. And for young men to access the warrior within them, I spoke about that before, and if you're interested, there's a really good book I've been reading, and or I've read, and I'm like, I'm about to get tattoos of this fucking thing. King, Warrior, Magician, Lover, which are the 4 major, if you will, angels that are talking to each man. They come from Carl Jung, and he calls them archetypes. They're different archetypes that struggle for prominence within the developing masculine. And I really believe that this idea of the warrior, in many ways, has been suppressed, depressed, looked down upon to our detriment. Because a kid like you, a guy like you, for you to want to go into the military means that you want to be able to say, ah, let it all out. Have someone be controlled. You want to be controlled by the mind. You want somebody telling you what to do. You want to be dragged through rigors and experience pain and discipline, because there's a warrior inside you that up until this particular point perhaps you haven't experienced or hasn't been evoked. But you go to boot camp, you better be a fucking warrior. And that might be the hunger that you have within you. So I would say yes, without any regard to the political implications of it. For you to become the strongest version of yourself, and for you to be feeling this desire to go to the military, you have to, and you're right. If you don't, you'll probably be upset with yourself.
Yeah,